Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to work on fertilizing all of our annuals, both in containers and in the ground. I want to run through our setup as well as what fertilizer we use and our schedule. And our setup has had to scale over the years as we've added more and more plants.
It's such a good setup, I feel like.
It really is. I don't even know if there's a way you could make it more efficient than it is.
No, it's pretty efficient.
And that's why you should run through the parts, Aaron. Could you do that?
Yeah. Okay, so 150 gallon drum. This whole trailer, by the way, was put together by this company right here. Can you see that? GNR Ag Products. Mm-hmm. They're just a local company that makes like fertilizing tanks or like sprayer tanks mostly for ag purposes, like guys who are spraying fields and stuff. So I asked them to make this. The rest of it we did ourselves. So we originally tried to hook it up to the truck using like the trailer plug, you know, for power, and we could never get it to work right. It kept failing, like the wires would melt and it just never worked right. So we switched to a generator. This is a Honda generator. It's like a really common, like pretty quiet generator.
Where can you buy something like that?
Amazon. They're like around $1,000, maybe $1,200 bucks. But you can get them any farm and tractor store would have them. Oh yeah. Oh. They're super common. So this is where we get our power from now. And this is the pump. So we really only have three things. It's like your tank, your generator for power, and then the pump, which gets it out. And this is the Scala 2. A pump guy recommended it, and it is an awesome pump. It has really great pressure on it, and I love it. It's actually variable too. So you can when you turn it on, you can actually make your pressure higher or lower. It's awesome.
Would you say that the pressure on this is every bit as good as one of our hydrants?
Better. Yeah, it's for sure better than our hydrants. So that's the whole thing, is when you're fertilizing, you want to get the job done quickly. You don't need to be sitting there, you know, waiting on your pressure. So anyway, and then the last part that makes it awesome is adding a hose link. So a friend of ours put the welded this post on, and this is just like a 1 inch. I'll show you. It's just like a 1 inch hole on the inside, but this can come off and on. And there's one here if you want it on this side, and then we also put one back here in the back corner. So if it makes more sense to put the hose back here and, you know, head that direction with it or whatever.
The nice part is it can go all the way around. Like you can, you have a lot of flexibility with it.
And then this is the fertilizer that we use, and you can scale it. You know, we have 150 gallon, but it's like a 150 gallon watering tank essentially, or watering can. So oh yeah, it's in here. So basically, this is the Proven Winners water soluble plant food, and it's 1 scoop per gallon. So that's a gallon right there. So 150 scoops.
So we measure ours a little differently now.
Yeah, we put the whole bucket in there, essentially.
Yeah. And we really like this fertilizer, and I've used a lot of fertilizers, but this one has the EDDHA chelated iron in it, which we struggle with keeping the leaves on things looking nice and deep green because we have such high pH water and soil here that they just tend to get iron deficient. So that EDDHA in the fertilizer helps keep everything nice and green. It's awesome.
Ready?
Yes. Nicely done. So now I'm gonna grab the hose, just cleaning off the hose really quick. It's been sitting in mulch and I don't want to get any particulates in the tank. There we go. Oh, it looks gross in there.
Nasty.
Yeah. So now we just wait for this to fill up. All right, the tank is full, and that took a little while. Now Aaron is going to mix it. What are you mixing it with?
A mixer.
I
don't know. It's just like a little.
Can you show it?
Yeah, it's like a drill bit mixer.
That's
it's
like
what
a cement mixer.
Yeah, like you mix mud with or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know how long he mixes it for. How long do you mix it for? Just whatever feels right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Feels right.
Good. So this gets done every week on Tuesdays. All the annuals are fertilized except for Surefire begonias and lemon coral sedum. Those two just don't need fertilizer like the rest. And Aaron, you were saying something like, well, Proven Winners, I know that they recommend fertilizing every 3rd watering, which for us, that would mean every 3 days.
Yeah.
But
well, I've seen some people at Proven Winners say that you can fertilize even more often than that. Like you could probably give them fertilizer every day. You know, it gets expensive.
Yeah.
You know, they don't officially. Proven Winners doesn't officially recommend that, but the people who know, I think the plants can take quite a bit and still do well.
So I think we're just going to start right up here since we are here. So Aaron will show us how to rev this thing up.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm just going to pull the hose out and water.
Okay, on. I don't do this very often.
That's right, because I just did it. Oh, you do. Got to do this.
Yep. Wait, what'd you just do?
Oh, it was already. Yeah, over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then should start.
Oh. See that? Okay, we should be good to go. So I'm pulling the hose out right here, and there we are. So these are set up on drip. Most of our annuals are, except for our window boxes on our house. Even if they got watered today already, we still come in with fertilizer and do it so that they get a nice feed. Right up here, we've got super bells. I'm skipping the begonias. And you can hit the leaves if you want. Just make sure you get some in there to the root ball. All right, guys, we're just gonna be doing this for the next hour, probably. We finished in the nick of time. We had a storm roll in and now it's starting to rain at the moment. So water in all of our good fertilizer, Aaron.
Yeah, washing it out.
Yeah, look at that. Yes. I decided to pop in the Hartley to see what comes of this storm. I don't know. It's not raining very hard yet. It was raining this morning. It rained for a good while. We do have a couple of 100-degree days on our forecast, but the overcast and the breeze and these storms that are rolling in, they're really keeping everything at bay, which is just amazing. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. We just thought, we haven't done a fertilizing annuals video in a while. I think we've shown our setup before, but we have refined it since the last time that we showed you. And we've tried all kinds of different things, injector systems and yeah, all kinds of things. And this tends to be the easiest. That took us about an hour, and we do have a couple of pots. I ran out of fertilizer right at the very end, and I've got a couple pots to do, but it took one tank and an hour of time to do that, and we do that once a week. The other thing we do with our annuals is Supertunias and Superbells are sprayed weekly with BT. Not everything, just those two varieties, and we have to do that to control the budworm. If we don't, the little green caterpillars come, they eat all the buds of the plants, and then you have no flowers. Nice green lush plants, but no flowers. And we're usually using annuals that you don't have to deadhead. I did use some geraniums like in these pots here and a few other containers that I have to deadhead, but I think those are the only ones that I have to pay attention to in terms of deadheading. Everything else does its thing, and I want to say almost never trim back my annuals mid-season. Usually if you're keeping up on your fertilizer and that sort of thing, they don't need it. If, however, they get leggy and stringy, which sometimes they will do that, you can go in and you can give them a good haircut, cut off all of the straggly stuff, cut it up to like a good, like you can kind of tell where the leaf canopy gets a little bit thicker in your plant. Just cut all those stragglers up to where it's thicker, give it some fertilizer. We have found that we have the least amount of struggles if we are very consistent. So they get consistent water with the drip system, they get consistent fertilizer, consistent spray, and they are the happiest that way. And if you're gonna go to the time and effort and, you know, spending money on putting annuals in like that every year, you know, keeping up on them and keeping them looking really nice, I think it's worth it. Otherwise, what's the point, right? Oh my gosh, you guys, how beautiful is this? The golden rain tree is just starting to put on its show as well. Oh my word, it looks so pretty. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.